Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as y'all know, I have a story time video for you guys. And I know I seem a little upbeat, but I'm trying to make myself, a little upbeat, because honest to God, like I'm a little upset. I'm pissed off, I ain't gonna lie, because this story time video literally has a continuance of this year and what my issue is, so yeah, if you'd like to see this story time video, please continue to watch. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe so you can see all my other videos and be notified, of course. So yeah, let's get to it. All right guys, so I'm gonna go back to last school year, when school started for the kids. Y'all know I have a son. I have a 7-year-old son. He's 7 this year. He was 6 last year. So last year school, when you take your kids to open house, you meet the teachers, you get their bus rider information, you get their car rider information, you find out their walkers and stuff like that. So I went to the school, went to the open house, mingled a little bit, met the teachers, talked to some of the people I already knew. Thankfully, my son goes to a school that his actual principal was my teacher back when I was in high school, when I was in 10th grade. So he actually knows me a little bit more than he might know some of the other parents, because he was actually my school teacher when I was in high school as well. So he's my son's principal of his school, and so we got that little thing in common or whatever. So last year when I went to open house, I filled out the bus rider information, got his bus rider information. He's supposed to go to daycare after school, not go home, stuff like that. I got the bus route for the daycare and everything. So the first day of school comes, I'm thinking everything's going to be fine. And I have a thing with first day of school, I'm going to be off, because I want to make sure my child is getting on and off the bus where he's supposed to get on and off the bus. So last year I was off and I was sitting at the daycare waiting on my son to get there. All the kids get off the bus except for my one child. My child went missing last year. He didn't get dropped off at his at the daycare. His daycare director was actually standing outside greeting the kids, so that they can come inside the daycare, walk them across the street and everything. My child did not get off the bus. So when that happened, his daycare director was like, well, Belinda, maybe you need to go to the bus stop that's on file, like for the address that is on file. So I was like, okay, and that was literally around the corner because it was at my dad's house. So I get over there. Took less than 2 minutes because my dad lived right around the corner from Jaden daycare and his school. So I go over there, waiting. Parents still out there waiting on their kids. The bus fucking 20 minutes late. It hadn't been a minute. People calling transportation. I'm sitting here trying to calm down because my kid legit was not at the daycare, so I'm looking like he's not even supposed to be over here. Tell me why this bus finally come 15-20 minutes late. The kids get off the bus. My child, my precious baby, was not on this bus at the house as well. So by this time, I'm like pissed off. I'm getting on the bus and I'm like, is my son on this bus? So she was like, ma'am, calm down. What's your son's name? I said, my son's name is Jaden Mitchell. Where is my kid? Y'all done lost my child. He's not on the bus for daycare and he's not on the bus that his address is listed, So tell me why my kid was nowhere to be found. Like, no fucking where to be found. So I was livid by this point. I'm on the phone with the school, on my way around the corner to get to the elementary school, because now I feel like somebody has to tell me something. Who put my kid on the wrong bus? You feel me? I walk inside this school. The principal, my old teacher, he's like, Belinda, calm down. What's wrong? And I said, my son is missing. He's not at his child care. Because I was sitting outside waiting for the kids to get off the bus. He's not there. I go to the address listed for the bus stop. He's not there. Where is my son? Like, we fill out these papers for y'all to watch our kids, and y'all done lost my whole 6-year-old. At the time, this was last year, so at the time Jaden was 6. So while he's over here on the phone calling transportation, trying to find out Jaden, like they got like an APP out on my son, because my son was really gone. Like, nobody knew where my kid was at. I swear, not like 2 minutes later, a random bus pulls back up in front of the elementary school while I'm standing right there in the front of the office, like looking or whatever. A bus pulls up in front of the elementary school. It's a little chocolate little baby getting off the bus. My baby is by himself getting off the bus. He was upset. He was upset because he said he told them he's supposed to go to daycare. His bus is number or whatever. I don't remember the bus number it was last year. And my baby was upset because they basically did not listen to him. So that was last year. Let me forward to this year, okay? So this year, school started back August 3rd, which today, you know, is the second day of school. But by the time y'all see this video, it might be like the, you know, the weekend or whatever. So school started down here August 3rd, which is a Thursday. And Jaden, yesterday, I was off because, you know, I had already knew about what happened last year. So I knew to be off on the first day of school. Tell me why these people change the school start times and all this other stuff. Literally, they got the high school kids getting out before the elementary school kids. So the high school kids getting out like 2 something, like 2:15-ish. I'm not really sure because I don't have no high school kids. But the elementary school getting out at like an hour later, like 3:15-ish. So my son, I did the exact same thing I did last year. Fill out the forms on the computer this time. On the computer. It wasn't even paper forms. Filled it out on the computer this year at open house for my bus to get on bus 706. Tell me why yesterday something told me to call this daycare at 4:15 because my son was supposed to be at the daycare yesterday by 3:38. That's the time they have listed that the kids should be at their destinations and stuff like that. I called his daycare. His daycare director answered the phone. She's like, Belinda, none of the kids are here yet. And by this time, it's like 4:15. So I'm like, what you mean none of the kids are here? She tells me that they called transportation. Transportation says some delays and some stops. You know, long story short, she's like, Belinda, when Jaden gets here, I will call you to let you know that your child is here because they knew about what happened the year before. She called about 30 minutes later. And I was literally around the corner because I had went to the library to copy some papers for, you know, my resume or whatever. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, so she's calling me while I'm in the library. I answer the phone. She's like, Belinda. She's like panicking and frantic. I'm like, what's going on? What's up? So I run outside of the library and I'm like, what's up? What's going on? And she was like, your baby just got here. I don't know where he came from, but he's out of breath. He's been running and you can tell he's been running for a minute. So I'm just like, what do you mean my kid just popped out of nowhere, just, you know, just got here? And so she was like, the other kids just got here too, but Jaden did not come with them. They been here for about 10 minutes. Jaden just got here. It's 4:45. So I'm like, what the fuck you mean? When I tell you I left that library, literally, my son's daycare is literally like 2 minutes down the road. And only why it's 2 minutes down the road from the library is because it's a stoplight right on the corner. So I'm sitting there panicking. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I leave the library, go straight down to the daycare. When I tell you, I'll go inside this daycare and she's like, Belinda, baby, come, just come here. Let me talk to you. So I go in the office with the director and the assistant director. Go in there with them and they was going in. Nah, they some women of color, but they was going in because they don't play about those kids. Those kids who go to that daycare is like their kids to them. You know, they didn't watch them grow up. They know the family, stuff like that. So they really take it very personal. Their kids was basically lost. Like the kids from the bus, the actual bus they got dropped off, those kids didn't even get dropped off at the daycare. They got dropped off down the street. My child, Lord and behold, did not get dropped off there. He legit did not. So she's trying to calm me down before I go in there to go get my baby or whatever. I finally go in there to go get my baby. My baby's like, mama, like you won't believe this, mama. You know, my baby's 7 now. So, you know, Jaden, he know everything. So Jaden like, mama, you won't believe this. This happened to me again. They put me on the wrong bus, you know. And he was like, he was on the bus. And this is what really, really pissed me off. because my son passed the daycare. And as he was passing the daycare, he told the bus driver, he's like, hey, that's my daycare. I'm supposed to go to daycare. My mom gonna be mad if I don't go to daycare. The bus driver, her motherfucking ass is like, baby, you on the wrong bus. That's what my son told me. He said he told her that he's supposed to be at daycare. She told him, baby, you on the wrong bus. Now, any fucking person with sense will know, if you know that this child is on the wrong bus, you need to bring that child back to the school where you fucking got him from, so that you can contact his parents, right? No. This bitch let my kid off the bus a mile and a half down by the road. Like, it's a park, like about a mile, maybe a mile and a half down from my son's daycare. The bitch let my son off the bus right there at the park. And what I'm trying to figure out, if you want to let him off at the daycare, what the fuck possessed you to let my kid off the bus a mile and a half down the road? I just don't get it. Like, does this fucking lady do not have kids of her own? Like, and then, you know, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for every town, city, state. When school starts, it's traffic around the school zones, right? Pretty sure that's about accurate, right? Tell me why my child got put off a mile and a half down the road at the park, so he had to run back up the street a mile and a half to run back to his fucking daycare, when the lady could have just dropped his ass off at the daycare. When he said, if you was gonna let him off somewhere, you should have let his ass off where he told you to let him off, not let him off a mile and a half down the road and then he run back to the daycare while you go on your merry fucking way. No. So my child ran literally a mile and a half, had to cross streets. Now, my son is 7. I don't let him just play in traffic. You know, good parenting. I don't let my child just be outside running down those streets off a main busy road. I just don't do that. Me as a parent, I'm very cautious of my son. People think I'm overprotective of him, but nowadays you have to be, because these people kidnapping people fucking kids, and that's what the only thought in my brain. When my son told me he got dropped off at the park, I was like, somebody could have fucking snatched my kid up and kidnapped him, right? My child ran a mile and a half straight from that fucking park back to his daycare, and my baby knew how to get to his daycare by the grace of God, and he was okay. My problem with the whole issue is my son had to run a mile and a half when he wasn't supposed to. He legit like ran through the fucking street, and I don't even let him cross the streets by himself. Let him run straight through the traffic just to get to his daycare, scared as fuck, you know, because it's something that is, you know, he's never had to do that before, so he's scared as fuck. And I can honestly say, like, my baby, he is a survivor. He's gonna make sure he get to where the fuck he's supposed to be at, because he know his mama is gonna come, and when his mama come, she's gonna come with everything she motherfucking got. So one thing about it, I'm a very nice person, and you know, I'm very loving and giving, but when it comes to my son, I play no games. Like, no games. Anybody can get it. Like, I'm just not with it. But that really pissed me off, because I'm sitting there like, if you could tell a 7-year-old that he's on the wrong bus, what in your mind possesses you to let this child off the bus versus taking him back to his school where you got him from and let the school contact the parents, right? So when my son, by this time, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like 5:30 or something, because his daycare closed at 6. So we was going through all this, you know, director calling transportation, going off on them. They going off because their other kids got lost too. And at the time, my son was not even the only child that was missing. It was 3 kids missing total who's supposed to be at that daycare. By the time my son got there, it was still 1 more child missing. Like, the child still has not shown up. But by the time I got there, which was like 10 minutes in between my son showing up, was the little boy had showed up. I'm not sure how he got there, because they had to have a conversation with his parents as well. But so by the time I got there, you know, of course, ain't nobody in the damn school at almost 6 o'clock at night. So my thing is, I'm like, you know, fuck this shit. The first thing in the morning, I'm going to this school, whatever. Go to the school. I go in there all calm as fuck. I'm like, you know what? I ain't here to play those games, which is today. You know, today I'm just like this. I'm like, I ain't here to play no games. I want to talk to the principal. Like I said previously, the principal is my old teacher. So you know, she was like, well, he's in a meeting. I said, I'll wait. I want to talk to him, and you know, can you page for him for me or whatever so I can talk to him? So the man wait about 5 minutes, then finally called him up on the little intercom thing, and he was like, 10-4, like, you know, I'm on my way. So I heard him say 10-4, they talking these little fucking walkie-talkies. I'm sitting there waiting. He comes up to the front of the office probably 5 minutes later, and he's like, what you doing here? I said, I need to talk to you. Like, straight up, I'm like, I need to talk to you. Like, because can't nobody else help me with this situation but you. So he was like, okay, come in my office or whatever. He was like, how you summer? I'm like, I'm good. You know, coach, I'm good. You know, that's what we used to call it when I was in school. I'm like, I'm good. So he was like, what's up? I said, I have a problem with the fact that your bus driver put my kid off the bus 1.5 miles away from his daycare, so my child literally was running in traffic. You know, I have a straight up. And he's like, what? I said, Jada told me that they passed the daycare, and he told me that he's supposed to be at daycare. They said, baby, you on the wrong bus. You know, so what, for her to put my child off the bus 1.5 miles away from his own fucking daycare is beyond me. If you could tell a child that they're on the wrong bus, what motherly instinct, like what motherly instinct will possess you to allow this child to get off the bus? You tell them that they have to get off the bus or whatever, you know? So the principal looking at me like, what? That is totally unacceptable. I say, exactly, that's my point. It's unacceptable. Because my child should not be running no 1.5 miles from nowhere. You know, he should not be running through traffic. None of that. My child could have got hit, kidnapped, or anything worse, you know. And so, you know, he was all upset or whatever. He was like, Belinda, I promise you, this will not happen again. And, you know, I am going to get in contact with transportation. And I will email them personally, this, that, and third, blase, blase. So he was like, you ain't got nothing to worry about, because I'm going to make sure Jaden get on the right bus, and I'm going to talk to the bus driver, make sure they drop off at his daycare. So I was like, okay, coach, you know, what's up? Because if y'all let me find out who this motherfucking lady is, I might have to pop her ass, because don't play with me about my kids. So he was like, no, calm down. We don't need all that. So you better find out who she was, because you know what? She don't need to be driving my child nowhere, you know? So you guys, basically, that is what happened within the past 48 hours of school just now starting. And to me personally, I just don't understand why they switched these kids' schedule at the high school getting out before the elementary school, when the high school kids are damn near grown. They like preteen to damn grown ass motherfucking people like me. You know, they like 15 and up, like going on 18 and stuff. I just don't understand it. When you got elementary kids, these elementary kids that's riding this bus is literally like freaking 5, because they in kindergarten, like 4 or 5, kindergarten, whenever that start, on up to like the age for 5th grade. These are children. There's no and then for the first day of school, for y'all to be doing these little test routes, I don't understand it. I just do not understand it. And I feel like a week before the school actually starts, I feel like these bus drivers should be out going through their routes, like knowing their routes, not testing these routes out with children on the bus, and then you're not even dropping them off at the right bus stops. So I don't feel like this is the right decision that my Pacific County has, you know, thought about being the right thing, that the little kids get out after the high school kids. And yeah, I understand the first day of school is a little hectic for everybody, but there's no reason why little minors, like babies, are running the streets. Y'all putting them on the wrong bus. They're running the streets, and it's all almost 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night. I just don't understand it. When you got grown ass high school kids sitting at home living it up, like, I just don't get it. Let their ass be the ones getting off on the wrong bus, you know, because they're older than that. They know not to get on the wrong fucking bus. But I just had to come on camera and share with you guys my frustration with this story time video of this school system, because I'm telling you, it won't happen again with my kid. I just can't take it, because you know what, I'm like 2 seconds from having my child like fucking homeschool, you know. I just can't take it. But yes, you guys, so thank you for you know, watching this video, my little story time / venting video. Please make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you guys on my channel. And to all my old subscribers, thank you so much for being a part of my channel. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.